Aloha everyone, welcome to our galley. I am Jessica.
And I'm Pat.
And we are Finding
Aloha. We do a lot of original recipes that we do for ourselves, like we make our own ketchup, and from that spawned our own barbecue sauce. So today's recipe,
we're going to show you how we make a ketchup and barbecue sauce. So this
scratch.
uses 2 cans of 14.5-ounce tomatoes and a bunch of other ingredients. I'll list those all down below. I will also link the recipes that we kind of base our recipe off of down below. And the 2 cans of tomatoes makes a bottle of ketchup and a bottle of barbecue sauce.
Yeah, your standard bottle sizes.
So let's get started.
You're going to start by heating up some oil in a pan. To that you can add 1 medium onion. We're using a half of an onion here. We have a hard time digesting onions sometimes, especially Pat. Once the onions have cooked down, you're going to add 2 cloves of garlic and a diced 1-inch piece of ginger. Then you're going to add some seasonings. We've got a half teaspoon of red pepper flakes and a 1/4 teaspoon of allspice, as well as some salt. And then you'll just let that cook a little bit more, let all of the seasonings blend together. Then you're going to add 2 tablespoons of tomato paste, and the recipe says you will cook this for about 2 minutes until it goes from bright red to burnt orange. If you feel that it is a nice burnt orange color, you will add your 2 cans of 14.5-ounce tomatoes, or you can use 1 28-ounce can, and then you will add a 1/4 cup apple cider vinegar, 1/4 cup brown sugar, and some cracked black pepper, and you can add a little more salt at this time if you want. And then you'll put a lid on it and cook it on a simmer for about 20 minutes until it is thickened and shiny. We turned it off at about this point and let it cool for a little bit before spooning it into a blender. Once you get it all in the blender, you are going to blend it. And Pat just keeps opening the little pour vent so that you can let some of the heat out so it doesn't pressurize in there. And once it's all done, you will have some glorious ketchup. This batch made about 800 milliliters of ketchup. So we are going to take half of that and pour it into a pan, because we don't just stop at ketchup, we take half of the batch and make barbecue sauce. Once you've got about half in the pan, you are going to turn on the heat on low and bring it back up to a low simmer, and then you are going to add 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, one to 2 tablespoons of hot sauce. We just have 2 packets of Taco Bell hot sauce because that's what we had in the house. And then we add 3 tablespoons of brown sugar, as well as 1 tablespoon of maple syrup. For seasonings, we have 2 teaspoons of garlic powder and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. The recipe calls for 1/2 teaspoon of dried mustard. We didn't have that, so we added 1 teaspoon of regular mustard. Next up is 4 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. We use the O Organics because it is vegan, so if you are plant-based, and that is important, make sure you get a plant-based or vegan version of Worcestershire. Worcestershire. Lastly, we add a 1/4 teaspoon of liquid smoke just to give it that nice smoky barbecue flavor. After that, you are all done. We may let it simmer for just a minute to get all the flavors combined, and then we let it cool before bottling them up. And this recipe fills one of these bottles of ketchup and 1 bottle for barbecue sauce.
Alright everyone, I really hope you enjoyed those recipes and give them a shot. We've got our bottle of barbecue sauce.
And our bottle of ketchup, but we really enjoyed making them.
Yeah, and this will probably last us a couple weeks. Maybe twice a month we do this.
And they're good for a month in the fridge, so just so you know that.
They never last that long in our fridge.
No, they don't last that long.
Thanks everyone, thanks for watching, bye!
Bye!